In 2024, Zimbabwe faced its worst hunger in decades and found itself without easy solutions to deal with it. It reached the extent of thinking about killing elephants to feed this hungry population. One solution that it looked to is importation of genetically modified foods. And Zimbabwe is one of the African countries that has resisted genetically modified foods. Even when it allowed this import, it still put a restriction saying that no one should distribute these foods to farmers so that they can plant them, because planting these foods is still banned in Zimbabwe. Africa carries the world's highest burden of hunger. According to the UN, over 280 million people in Africa are undernourished. That is 30% of the global total. Climate shocks, pests outbreaks, poor soils, and outdated farming practices are making it worse. So science has showed that genetically modified foods work. They have been adopted in countries like USA and India, and the results are promising. We see higher yields, we see low effect of pests and diseases on genetically modified foods and other benefits. Yet across Africa, we still have a resistance towards genetically modified foods. What we are seeing in Zimbabwe is still in many other African countries. Only a few like South Africa and Nigeria have allowed the importation of these foods. Even when Zimbabwe looked at importation of genetically modified maize, it imported it from South Africa. A 2025 article published in Food Science and Nutrition Journal shows the promise of genetically modified foods for Africa's food security, but also why the adoption is low. The reasons are public fear, misinformation, and inconsistent regulations keep biotech locked out of the solution space for Africa's climate change and hunger crisis. This paper ends with a clear message. Africa's food crisis caused by climate change cannot ignore the solutions that science is providing for us. But this science must be used fairly and responsibly.